So this is a paid website. You see, they ask you, they ask money from you, they want everything from you. But what can we do? All right. We'll go to Web of Science. So just wait.
Professor, can you repeat, please?
Yeah, in a while. Don't worry. All right, this is Web of Science. Okay, let me repeat. Okay, you go to UTM Library. You go to UTM Library. You go to Google, you type UTM Library, and then you go to library.utm.my. You click this. You go to this UTM Library page, e-resource online database. Okay, online database, and then you will have this page. So go to now I have problem because you are asking me to repeat. So I have opened multiple tabs. Okay, let me start again. UTM Library. Okay, and then go to online. Cannot get it. I cannot do this. Okay, let me log out from everything first. You can do it, but I cannot because I have entered many times. Okay, one more time. Okay, online, and then you go to Web of Science. Okay, in this Web of Science, you can go to Journal Citation Report. Okay, Journal Citation Report will allow you to check the rank of the journal. So just in case you find any journal and then you want to publish in it, and then you want to know whether it is in what rank, so you go to Journal Citation Report. You go to Journal Citation Report, then you can find the journal. And then, for example, here, you can browse by journal or browse by category, or you can also get the report. So I always like to browse by journal. And then you enter the journal name. Okay, this is how I do normally. And then I enter the journal name here. For example, in my wait until it is finished loading. Okay. For example, in my area, I always like to publish in top journal in vibration. So I go for Journal of Sound and Vibration. So just in case you find articles and then you are interested to publish in it, in that particular journal, you can enter this and you can see the quartile. So Journal of Sound of Vibration, this is my favorite one because most of the expert if you try to find, for example, UTM has one journal, okay, has one journal called Journal Technology. Journal Technology. So you see, if I type it here, it is not in the list. So it is not listed under Web of Science, but it may be in lower rank. So lower rank, then you go to Scopus. You see this one, Scopus. Click that. Then this is a lower, is the lower one. So this is Scopus, and then you find documents, search source title. No. First author, keywords, affiliation, source title. Yeah, maybe source title. So you can find, yeah, general technology is here, you see. So that means this general technology is not listed in WOS, but it is listed in Scopus. So if your university requires you publish only in Scopus and above, which means that you can publish in Scopus and Q1 and and WS journal, so you also can publish in journal technology. But if your university requires you to go for higher one, then you cannot publish in journal technology. Okay, if you want to get better marks, you go for WOS journal.
Teacher, what's about site score?
Sorry.
What's about site score for journal, and how can journal get high site score?
Citation. It is based on citation. The more influence the journal, the better its site score. Which means that if it is a higher journal, just a very prolific journal, just like Journal of Sound and Vibration. So many people refer to it, so it will push up the site score and also the impact factor.
Depended on citation.
Yeah, depend on citation.
Okay.
Okay. Any question? Any other question?
Hello, Professor.
Yes, yes, Hassan.
Sir, how the Q1, Q2, and Q3, Q4 categories are calculated?
You want to know how does journal become Q1?
Yes, yes.
The Q1 is based on citation. Okay, okay. Let me show you this these journals. Okay, for example,
Like, like differentiation between Q1 and Q2.
Q1 and Q2 is their citations. So it is I have no specific formulation how they calculate the rank, the Q1 and Q2, but that is how the Clarivate or Web of Science. You see, this is the company now is Clarivate, and then this is how Web of Science calculate them. So it depends to so many factors. So we just accept that it is Q1 and Q2. Okay, and then
Oh, okay, okay.
okay. So for example, I go for measurement.
Uh, Teacher, if the researcher published some papers and his paper get citation, a lot of citation,
Okay, and then
what happens after that?
okay, all right. So there is another way in academic line that basically push yourself, not the journal, that push yourself to a better rank. Okay, this is what we call as hash index. Okay, let me show you hash index. So in the world, there are so many companies that provide the hash index. But okay, I will talk about hash index now. So the higher the citation you get, the higher the hash index you will get. And then for a better university, if they want to take you as academician, they will see your hash index. So where to get that? So I will explain in a while. Okay, so this hash index is distributed to so many categories. Okay, there are also hash index in Web of Science. There are also hash index in Scopus. There are also hash index in Google Scholar. Okay, let me show you some show you. So
And research.
yeah, yes. Saying no. So for example, if you are author and then you want to find yourself your hash index in Web of Science, you just type your name. For example, my name.
I have only one H index, teacher. Only one.
Only one.
Yes, I have only one.
Okay. Okay, auto search, and then let me go to, based on what, Google Scholar, or based on Scopus or Web of Science.
Research gate and Scopus.
Okay, so all right, in most of the university in the world, except the one at the top university, Harvard and everything, Harvard will go for hash index in Web of Science. Okay, this is Web of Science hash index, and then they will. But in UTM, we use Scopus hash index. So this is me in Web of Science. My hash index is 10 in Web of Science. In Web of Science, my hash index is 10. So there is another hash index where from Scopus. Okay, can you see this? So this is hash index in Web of Science, my name. This is my hash index. This is my total citation. So if you want to become academician in good university, they will check your hash index. The better the university, the upper class the hash index they use. So for Harvard and for the top class university, they will check from Web of Science. But for lower class, okay, just like UTM is intermediate level of university. So we check based on Scopus. So I go for Scopus again. Where is my scopus? Can you switch off your mic, please? Okay, this is Scopus. Okay, Scopus, and then I will go back and then go for author search. You can always find anyone names. So search, and then you see my name. Okay, and then okay, this is me. And then my H index in Scopus is 12. Okay, this is in Scopus where Scopus recognized 34 of my publication, but for Web of Science, they only recognize 29 publication. You see, the another 5 is not categorized in the Web of Science, but categorized in Scopus. You see, so this is 34. Web of Science is only categorized 29 of my publication. So you can see that how the label is. So in Web of Science, they give the H index is 10, and then in Scopus, they give the H index for myself is 12. So how to get the H index? You can see the H graph. So this is the H graph. You can see this is all my publication. To get 12 or 12 H index, you must have at least 12 citation in 12 documents, in 12 articles. So you can see that for me, so my first article 134 and then go down up to 12. So 12 means 12 citation, which is the minimum for my 12 publication. Okay, so if I want to get 13, so I have to go this one, make sure it's go up to 13, and then this one also may go up to 13. So and then I can get 13 H index. So that is how we do in that is how people value you in academic line. So if you see my record, it is open. You see, you can see anyone in the world. So there is no way that you can hide. So if you want to go for interview in UTM, the first thing that I will see is your H index. So the minimum H index in UTM is 4, so for you to enter as an academic line. So if it is lower than that, then I will give you rejection letter. So that is how we do. Okay. So you also can check others, your professor, your supervisors, and you can see their level. So this is how people segregate. You see, this is the world. Segregate whether you are good or not. In academic line, it is always public. So you can see. Okay, any more question? Okay, no question. All clear.
Excuse me, sir. I have one question.
Oh yes, go ahead.
Why is it that when you submit your paper
Mm-hmm.
to these either Scopus or these high impact journals, that it takes time? Like at times you even graduate before you get a feedback. So what is the
Yeah.
problem? Why is it that you
It
don't
takes
review
so
it on
long.
time? And yes.
It takes so long. So you see, Aliu, then it may take so long because the process takes so long. The first one, when you submit, the editor must read the quality to see the quality of your paper. So if you, and then at this level, it will be very fast. So you submit today, tomorrow you get rejection. You see, because if it is not good, and then you will get the response from the editor fast. Okay, and then if your paper is fall in the category of journal, and then the next stage they will send for reviewer process. So the number of reviewer is depends on the type of journal. So if, for example, the publisher from ASCE, American Society of Civil Engineering, they need 10 reviewer. So you see, to get 10 reviewer report back to you, it may take 1 year. So for Elsevier, they require 3. Even 3 also may take half a year to get back. So once they get, and then the editor must do the analysis to see the comment, and then come up with a decision whether it is acceptable, or you have to revise, or total reject. So it may take very long. So as an academician, for example, if you need to get the publication by next year, this year you must already submit the journal to journals. You see, it's not easy. So that's why you must have a good skill where you must learn during your PhD time. All right. So any question?
So is there any recommended journal that you can?
It depends on
Probably.
your. It depends on your field. Yeah, if you concrete, there are so many journals in concrete. In my area, my vibration, if you are doing your study in concrete, you cannot publish in journal of sound and vibration, but you can publish in CB, concrete construction material and building materials. So you can publish in that, but I cannot publish in construction and building materials. So both are in Q1. There are thousands of journals in the world that you can choose, but their level of acceptance are different. So I can publish in journal of sound and vibration, which is the top journal, but if I send the article to Journal of Structural and Health Monitoring, they may reject. There is a possibility because their standards are very subjective. So there are so many things. It depends. It doesn't mean that today you send and then in 6 months it will get published. No, in 6 months there is a high probability that you will get rejected because most of the Q1 and Q2 journal, they only accept. So they already put there in their website. They said 80% rejection rate, which means that if 10 people send, 8 will be rejected. So they will accept 2. But those journals are the best. Okay. All right. So that is how we do. So you also can check from the Scopus, as you can see in here. You can type your name, for example, my name, and then you can see where I publish. So it is very open database. You can see yourself, you can see your friend, and then you can see, oh man, this guy is crap, or this guy is so good. Okay, you can see everything. You see, everything is here. I was a student in UWA, Western Australia, and then work in everything is here. So when you see my publication list, and then you know whether I publish in which journal. So it is everything there. You cannot hide. As an academician, you cannot hide. 434 documents. You can go down, you can scroll. You see, I published in this journal in 2021, and then I publish in Census, and then you can go to, for example, just now, this is all my students' work, and then I check their work, and then when you become a supervisor, the student will learn how to do the writing, and then you have to assist. So you have to help them, and then normally your name is no longer at the front. Okay, just like this one, I published in Journal of Sound and Vibration. This is top journal. So this was my student, and then this is me, and then the rest are the colleague. This was my This was my supervisor during my PhD time. So you have to play a good game also in publication. So normally when I write a paper, when I refine everything, and then the last touch, I will send it to my big professor, which is my previous supervisor. So he will go through the manuscript, and then you can see, oh, Hisham, I think this journal is this manuscript is good. You can send it to JSV, Journal of Sound and Vibration, and most of his decision, because he is a very experienced professor, so he will say what he say is right. So he said, if he say, Hisham, this is, you cannot go for JSV, go to the lower rank. So because I don't want to waste my time, normally I will seek for his advice. He said, go for Q2, so I will go for Q2. This is actually how I do. Okay, so okay, this is you see my name is at the end where my contribution is the least. This is the paper from my friend, from one of my colleagues. He asked me to help him in English, just touching up the English. So that's why he put my name at the end, because normally the one at the end will have the lowest contribution. So so I attach a little bit. This is in steel fiber, which is in material. So he published in material journal. Okay, and then this is the measurement. This is Q2 journal. This paper cannot go based on discussion. We said, oh, this cannot go for Q1, so we go for Q2. So this is measurement. This is Q2 journal. Okay, and then the rest. Next. Okay, this is another paper from my student. So Abdul Karim is from Nigeria. So Abdul Karim sent me this. I asked him to write, and then he sent the manuscript. When I review, I see Karim. I said this paper cannot go high because this doesn't involve any experiment. So you cannot go to Q1, Q2 journal. No. So you just send to Q4 journal. So this is Q4 journal. Okay, Q4 journal. So this is but it is in WOS, but the quartile is the lowest one. But this is okay. So that's why you see when the journal is at the lower quartile, the citation is low. Okay. Okay, this is another by the same Abdul Karim. Abdul Karim's first publication was in the best journal, Journal of Science and Sound and Vibration, Q1 journal. And this is my master student in measurement, Q2 journal. And then these are the conference from my PhD, but it is indexed in Scopus. And this was my master student. You see, my master student, when he was doing his master's, he published in the top journal, Mechanical System and Signal Processing, also in Q1 journal. And when he became you see, the citation is very good. When he became my PhD student, he also published in top journal. You see, Padil, his name is Padil, see? Padil also, this is during his PhD time. Previous one was during the master's time. So he published in this one. So Padil now is a lecturer in UTM. So when they do the assessment of him for his application as an academician, so he has quite a good publication. So his index is 3. Oh, okay. So the minimum one is not 4. The minimum one to enter the UTM academic line is 2, not 4. Okay. All right. So that is how we do. So this guy has 3 publications with very high citation, but he is also very busy now. So when he becomes a lecturer, he is very busy. So he don't write papers anymore. So I said to him, if you do this, cannot get promoted later. So you see, he stopped at 2020. I asked him to write again, but he said he's busy for the time being, so it's okay. All right, that's all for the introduction of this class. 1 hour, you see, it took me 1 hour for the introduction. All right, so I haven't started my lecture yet. Okay, last question. Any more question?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Garba.
Yes, sir. Good morning over there. Good morning, sir. So we joined the class a little bit late. We've been trying to join due to some challenges. We were able to join a little bit late, so we could not sign the attendance. But so far so good. We have gotten all the introduction, and we really apprehend the class.
So
sir.
you want the QR code?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will put up a QR code for 2 minutes. So you guys sign your attendance, and then I will start.
Okay.
I will start my class, the literature review class after that. Okay, please take your attendance.